With the boys, we have an Oscar Loves Lego special for the Missing Muppet. We were able to find Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yes.
He was the toughest Muppet to find. But when you find the little conical flask he's holding, it's quite obvious. So I know that we didn't find him, and maybe we thought it was someone else. He wasn't where we looked the first time. So when I went through another box of these, I was able to find him pretty easily. If you are stuck finding a Bunsen, what I can tell you is they are, if you see a full box anywhere, they're at the front on the right hand side. So it goes Bunsen, Beaker, Bunsen, Beaker. So if you find Beaker, there'll be a Bunsen next to him. If they took them out and put them on the pegs, you're on your own. But he is right at the front, which that's where you find him. But on the right hand side of the box, because I checked 3 boxes and there were Bunsens in the exact same spot in all 3 boxes. So that's where you'll find him. After we've looked at Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, we will be looking at
the Spider-Man Sanctum Workshop.
Spider-Man in the Sanctum Workshop. This was a set that was released just before Christmas, just before the No Way Home was released. But it takes a bit of a crossover because
kind of in the film.
It is in the film. This is definitely where they're working in the film, where they're working at the ways to I don't think it's spoilers at this point. If you haven't seen No Way Home at this point, you don't want to, do you? I mean, it's been out for 6 months. So it's it's where they work on how they're going to defeat the different villains and things like that. Now, they didn't give much away in this set when it was released, because, I mean, in the past, Lego have released massive spoilers by images of these sets coming out. It's like, oh, okay, so they're in the movie then. They didn't do that with this. So you only got the one Spider-Man, you didn't get 3 of them. And none of the villains that appear in the movie came with this set. There is a villain with this.
It's not in the film.
You'll see it's not in the film. You'll see it when we get to it. It's a nice little set, but it's a good crossover because, I mean, again, it's smart on Lego's part because you could buy this as a Doctor Strange set for Multiverse of Madness. You could also buy it as a Spider-Man set. So it kind of links. I mean, with Multiverse of Madness being the big movie at the moment, coming off it makes sense. It's a good crossover set. But before we get to that, we'll have a good look at Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. He's quite nice. So here he is.
This is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
It is a good capture of the character. I mean, again, this is the beauty of these Muppets. I think they've caught him really well. He is a bit of a bugger to find because his head feels like Statler's head.
Really?
Yeah, it's very similar to Statler's head. So it's this you've got to find. You feel that in the bag.
I would say Waldorf's head.
Waldorf said, yeah, whichever one you know what I mean. It's one of the Statler and Waldorf. But if you find this in the bag, you found him. It's quite easy to find that. He's nice. I mean, he's got the little pens in his shirt pocket, so the top's nice. I mean, even the legs, he's got the adolescent legs, so they're introducing the Harry Potter's legs, like the teenage legs, but white with black shoes. I mean, there's no real print on them other than that, but white with black shoes. I mean, again, if you're going to make in your bootlegs, there's things you can do with that shirt. There's things you can do with these trousers as well. But he's a nice character. It's a nice green on him as well, isn't it? I think.
Lime, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like this pale lime green, and I just think they've captured him well. He has got a hole in his head.
It's the same with the Captain America helmet.
It's in case you swallow it.
Really?
Yeah, so you can breathe. It's in case you can swallow it. That's what that's there for.
Oh, seriously?
I swear to God.
Oh,
because if we look at,
like...
I'm just going to show you quickly. If we look at Spider-Man, he's got a hole in his head. So a standard minifigure's got a hole in its head. So if you swallow it, you can breathe. That's what that's for.
Well, with the Captain America thing, the only thing you would have to do is swallow the helmet.
Yeah, but it's got a hole in it. There's no way through it. I mean, that's the idea. That's why it's there. That's what that hole's for.
What I discovered with the hole as well, you can stick miniature Lego fires in the hole.
So you can set Bunsen's head on fire if you wanted.
But you can turn him into Bunsen burner.
Yeah. So there you go. So he is our 12th and final Muppet. So we now have the full set of Muppets, and I think we should look at getting a frame or something to put the Muppets in.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it?
We could stick the Looney Tunes and
yeah.
CMF.
Yep.
with that as well.
He's very lovely. Anyway, let's talk about Spider-Man at the Sanctum workshop. Here's a big view of the set. There's a lot going on in this.
Yes.
But it is very light on play feature in the fact that it has none. So it doesn't do anything. I mean, there are no levers or buttons or play features as such, but there is a lot going on. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Thor's apartment.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot going on. So, I mean, there's a lot of playability there, but actual play features, it ain't really got any. So we can see over here first, the workbench we've got over here. There is a lot going on. I mean, there's all these little crystals and jars, tools. There's a lot there.
There's even stuff in the drawers over there as well.
There is. Over on this side, we have the computer screen there. We have... does that chair swivel?
Yes.
It does. Cool. We have this little boombox over here. We have something from another realm breaking out of the chest. There's cool little lamp, spider elements there. And just some cool stuff. Just all these kind of weird and wonderful things on the Sanctum. And then look into the back of the Sanctum.
Some interesting stuff.
We've got some more bits and pieces. Now, this would have been one of the cells that it kept the villains in the movie. And then you've got the enchantments around the side of it to hold them in there. Candelabras, we've got this little controller over here. It's a nice set. It's a nice set. And I mean, it is this whole thing where you can see the kids have kind of set up camp in Doctor Strange's lair. So there's Doctor Strange's stuff, then you start seeing the kids' stuff mixed in with it, like the bike and things like that.
Ned's and Peter's, MJ's, stuff like that.
Yeah, so why don't you take us through minifigs, Oz? Why don't you show us who comes with it?
Okay. So, one of my favourite minifigs, Spider-Man.
So this is the No Way Home Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, the advanced.
What's different about him compared to other Spider-Man?
Well, this is the first...
Let's lose his web elements so we can see his chest properly.
So this is the first time they've done the type of mask.
Yeah.
I think. It is a lot based like the actual film.
Why are his hands black?
I don't know. They are red in the film.
They're red in the movie, aren't they? Yeah, that's a bit weird, that.
That's what I think they should have done. Turned their hands red, but they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's an easy fix, isn't it?
Yeah. What I don't personally like about the Spider-Man figures lately is that they're black and not blue. I mean, Spider-Man's ideal.
Yeah, that's definitely a black, isn't it? That's not... See, I thought maybe that was dark blue, and it isn't. That's black. That's not dark blue. That is black.
Red, and gold.
Yeah.
But this is the suit Spider-Man retrieves from Dr. Octavius in the film.
Nice. The eyes look good.
Yeah, these are like the eyes that show his emotions.
Yeah, yeah. So who else do we get?
We get the only Doctor Strange.
Now this is the new build of Doctor Strange, isn't it?
Yes. He comes with new face prints, new hairstyle, new robes, and also...
See, the robe's new, isn't it? Because before...
With the cape as well. The cloak of levitation.
Before, this was fabric, wasn't it?
Paper. And now what I
So this is like a rubber, isn't it? I thought it was going to be solid, and it isn't. It's like a rubber. Before, every Doctor Strange came with a fabric cloak.
What I like...
Do you prefer this?
This one, because in the films... it grips onto other people.
Oh, and you can...
So now
okay.
You can,
yeah, that's clever.
You can recreate the scene where Spider-Man's trying to get away and then...
That's clever. And also, putting that collar on Doctor Strange figures was always a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was... The fabric collar was always a nightmare. And also, I like the fact that Strange isn't always wearing the cape.
No,
it's the fact that you can just take the cape off him
like
easily. Yeah, it's the fact you can take the cape off him easily now. Is nice. And you can see he's got the eye on him there.
With, like, the fabric cape, I was always worried about taking it off because I was like, I'm never going to get it back on.
Exactly. It was a bit of a mare. I mean, I like the hair. Has he got a double face?
Yeah, he's got one where he's smiling too.
So he has.
It's like a smug smile.
So who else do we get?
We get Michelle Jones. Not Mary Jane Watson, even though she is MJ, it's Michelle Jones.
It is MJ. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's just teen wear. I mean, does she come with a double face? She's got a sarcastic face on her there.
She's got quite a happy face too. I mean, this figure is different to the previous MJ we got in the bridge set, I think.
Yeah, it was the Venice, the Hydra Man set, wasn't it? Put her hair back on.
But yeah, I think this is like what she's wearing for the show is like Ned type clothes, really.
Yeah.
So you get hints of Ned Leeds in the set.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And who else did we get with the set?
Oh, we get one of my personal favourites because I just love him in the films. Wong, you get Wong. I just like the character design. I mean, he's wearing the fluffy coat.
He is wearing the fluffy coat.
In the film, the mansion's frozen.
It is.
It's covered with snow.
Does Wong come double-faced?
No.
He doesn't. How weird.
Yeah, he's just smiling the entire time.
Okay, well Wong usually is smiling.
When he's in distress, he's getting and being attacked.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Where's Ned?
They did do a Ned Lego figure once.
In what set?
It was like a tiny set. It came with Happy Hogan as well. It was like this castle set. And it came with like a Mysterio drone.
Oh, yeah. It was a store exclusive thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't just give Ned figures. I mean, why not? I mean, how easy is a Ned figure as well? It's not difficult.
No.
But I don't know. Every Spider-Man set they do, just no Neds. You can get a Ned, but again, I believe he was a Lego Shop exclusive.
They've missed their opportunity now to do another Ned because
of
the end of the film.
Ned will be back.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't.
And then
you get
this big bug. Now, he doesn't appear in the movie, but I mean, they were like, well, we've got to give him something to fight. We've got to give him something to do.
It's like...
Without, throwing in Dr. Octopus or something like that. So that's what you got.
At first, when I first saw this thing, I was like, a Scorpion's going to be in the film.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw this. I thought it was Scorpion in it or some version of Scorpion. But no, it's just
a bug
It's just this weird bug creature that could, have come from one of Doctor Strange's sling ring adventures. This thing could have showed up. But that's what you get. So it's a bit odd. I mean, again, I know they were trying to keep the thing as secret as possible, but I think it was all the worst kept secrets in the history of badly kept secrets. With No Way Home, I knew everyone that was going to be in it before I even went to see it. But
I mean, it was kind of obvious.
Of course it was. But
in the trailer, as soon as they showed you what's his face, Doc Ock, it's like...
Well, that was it then, wasn't it? So yeah, I mean, again, it would have been nice to get all three Spider-Man, because I don't think they still haven't released that set, have they? There isn't a set with all three Spider-Man in.
No, they would have. If they were going to do that, they probably would have done that by now.
I think so.
Because it's been 6 months.
Yeah. And I mean, still no Lizard.
No, I'd like a Lizard minifigure.
Yeah.
Like
a big fig.
Big fig, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like the one in Lego Marvel Superheroes.
It would have been nice to get the new Electro as well.
Oh yeah, I made a custom one
of
that.
So it's a nice set, but is it movie accurate?
No.
No. It's a lot more movie accurate than those Shang-Chi sets.
Oh yeah, those Shang-Chi.
The Shang-Chi sets weren't great, were they? I mean, they're nice sets.
The only movie accurate one was the one with the massive dragon that doesn't move.
Even that wasn't that accurate.
It wasn't that accurate, but it was still quite accurate.
So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, I mean, I suppose next from here, well, we'll have a chat, see what's next. So that's the Sanctum. Now, I mean, the Thor sets are out now, aren't they?
Yeah, so you've got...
The goat boat?
Well, it's just one.
No, there's more than one.
Thunder,
there's more than one.
Boat. There's
more than one. It's not just the goat boat. I'm sure there's another one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure we saw two when we were out.
I
might be wrong. There's the goat boat. I'm sure there's another one. I can't think what it is. Let's have a look. 2 seconds. We'll be right back. So there is two. It's okay. I knew I'd seen a second one. There is the goat boat. So the goat boat is the one that's the big set.
That's like...
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a boat pulled by goats.
Yeah. And the other one is called Attack on New Asgard.
Attack on New Asgard. And that's the one that you get Jane Foster with.
You get Jane Foster with the goat boat too.
Do you?
I think, yeah.
I don't think you did. I thought you got... I'm sure you get Valkyrie, Gore the God Butcher, and Thor.
You get Korg as well.
You get Korg. I don't think There's no way you get
You
5
get
figures
Jane
with a
Foster.
30 quid set.
You get Jane Foster, I swear you do.
We'll be right back. You do get Jane Foster with a goat boat.
I was correct.
But it's not a 30 quid set, it's a 45 quid set, which does change things somewhat. Now, that's where the money's gone, because there's 5 minifigs in it, because the actual set itself doesn't really look that 45 quid to me. I reckon that will come down in price.
Yeah.
I do.
It's most likely to be reduced soon.
I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be soon. I think it'll be after the movie. But I reckon you're about to pick that up for 30 quid. Now, if you wanted Jane Foster in the Thor armor, Gore the God Butcher, and Thor, I'd go for the new Asgard set. To be honest with you.
My only problem with it is it just comes with the monster. That's the only build. You don't even get like a background.
But it's only 18 quid.
Still.
Yeah, I know. It's you get a monster, and also the thing is as well, we don't know if it's a monster that's in the movie or not.
Exactly.
So who knows?
It's just there.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. So I mean, the Thor sets are what are out at the moment. And then
quite interesting.
What other Marvel films out this year?
There's Miss Marvel, which
no, there's TV shows. What film is out this year? There must be another Marvel film out this year. There's no way it's Thor and then nothing. Is Wakanda Forever out this year?
No, I don't think so.
I think it is.
Is the holiday does the holiday special count as a film?
Nope. I'm sure Wakanda Forever is out this year.
I think Volume 3
or it's been pushed back.
This year.
No, Volume 3's not out this year. That's next year. That's May, I think, next year.
I think they focused on the shows this year.
It's hard to remember what's where now because everything got delayed.
Yeah.
So it's like
everything that was out was supposed to be out the end of this year.
I'm certain Wakanda Forever is November of this year. It was. I don't know if it's been pushed back now to like February or something.
The death of Black Panther.
But it was this year. I don't know if it still is. But what I think is likely is I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another minifig series of more of the shows.
I'd like there were a bunch of what if characters missing from that. They were missing.
Well, it's not just that. There's also been a lot more shows now, so I don't think it's going to be anytime soon because I think that pretty much all of the minifigs.
I would love Moon Knight figure.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I think the minifigs are pretty much done for this year.
Mr. Knight. A Mr. Knight would be so cool.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if next year, around about Muppet time, so around about May, we get another series of MCU TV show blind bags. Because I think you could She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Echo.
Possibly.
Hawkeye.
You get what's her face? Kate Bishop. Possibly.
Moon Knight and Mr. Knight.
Mark Spector,
possibly.
And
but then the other shows that are coming out as well. So I mean, you've got
you might get villains from them, so that you might get Arrow.
Werewolf by Night is coming, so you could have characters from that. What we do know is I mean, the one thing I can 100% guarantee is that whether or not Wakanda Forever is this year, the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas holiday special is this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's December.
And that is what the Advent calendar is this year. So the Lego Marvel Advent calendar this year is based on the holiday special.
Oh, damn.
So it will be a very Guardians of the Galaxy centric calendar. Now, I don't know who's in that holiday special, but I would imagine Thor is in it.
Probably, because people are classing him as a Guardian now.
Yeah, I mean, so you might get that version of him that's in the trailer for the movie where he's got his kind of Ravager gear on.
I mean, he's kind of just not an Avenger anymore.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, the only thing I'd kind of like to see in the calendar is all of the Guardians. That's gonna be a swizz.
Oh, and like a Christmas outfit type thing.
Even if they're in outfits or not, I think it's going to be a complete swizz if you don't get all of the Guardians in that set.
What I would like to see, the only Guardian you wouldn't get is Gamora because she's dead.
But she's in the third film, mate. She's in Thor: Love and Thunder. She's in
Thor: Love and Thunder.
She's in the trailer.
No.
Oh, it's what's her name, isn't it?
Nebula.
No.
No, Mantis.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
She's dead forever.
No, she's not.
I don't know what happened to the 2014 one, but
Didn't they take her with them?
yeah, but we haven't seen her in the trailer.
Don't mean she ain't in it, mate. I'm telling you, there's no way she's not in it. She will be in it. She'll be in the holiday special, and that'll probably be what the holiday special is going to be about. I would imagine. But yeah, so that's we do know that is coming. So the advent calendar this year is going to be based around the holiday special. So I'd imagine there'll be mini builds of the Milano.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be nice to get the Guardians.
I'd like to see Star-Lord in a Santa outfit.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see in it. What's his name? Is it Astro?
Huh?
What's the dog's name?
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
That'd be good, right? Howard the Duck.
Imagine getting a minifigure of Cosmo, just a dog with a bowl on its head.
Howard the Duck. I'd like to see Howard the Duck. It's a good opportunity to get Howard the Duck minifig. Because he's been in both the Guardians films so far. He might be in the holiday special. He could be in Guardians 3. Throw us in a Howard the Duck.
He probably is. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked because he's been in the last 2.
I'll tell you who else would be a good one. It's never going to happen. Ego. They never did an Ego figure.
That would be sick though.
I know.
Kurt Russell as a minifigure.
Yeah, they never did him. He was never in any. That was the weirdest thing. They did 3 Guardians of the Galaxy 2 sets, and there was no Ego, and he's the main villain.
I mean, I suppose that's true. You get one of the side villains. You get the Aisha chick.
Yeah, you got Aisha,
and you get Taserface.
You got Taserface, and you get Aisha.
Through.
But they didn't do Ego. That was the weirdest thing. No Ego. Very strange. But yeah, so I mean, we know Marvel Lego wise that is what comes next. Now there is obviously there are things outside of this that are coming from Marvel, but based on the kind of movies, the tie-ins, the only ones we know for sure are the Thor ones. But I can't see they're going 6 months without releasing more Lego.
You know what? I'm gonna be surprised how they do this, because if you saw in the trailer, Groot does not look like a teenager anymore. He's way taller. If you look
he's
at
going to
him,
grow up, isn't he? I mean, he's growing fast.
I think he's young adult in this film.
He's growing fast. We'll see what they do in the Lego set as well, though. Because, I mean, again, it might just be a Groot minifig. I mean, they've done the micro fig. They've done the big fig of Groot. They've done the buildable fig.
They did the minifig.
They've done the mini one.
Yeah, and then they did the teenage Groot.
The teenage Groot. And they've done the buildable, where he was really big. Maybe they'll do a big fig. Because they've not done that, have they? I mean, Groot has been micro fig, mini fig, buildable fig, but he hasn't been big fig. So maybe it'll be a big fig.
Possibly.
Like the Hagrid. You know the Hagrid had the weird body?
Oh yeah.
Maybe like that.
Thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't picture Groot being a big fig. I mean, he's skinny in the films.
That's what I mean. So maybe the Hagrid body. Yeah. And there was also, they only used that Hagrid body twice that I'm aware of. I mean, it might have been used somewhere else, but they used it for Hagrid and they used it for the headmistress of the girls' school. She was a giant as well.
Oh, yeah.
So they both had the elongated Lego body, and I think there are only 2 characters to use it. So Lego like to reuse their stuff. You never know. You might get a long Groot. They're going to have to do something with him.
Cool.
Well, I mean, again, the adult Groot from the first Guardian set was you built him.
Yeah.
And then everything else since has been minifigs or microfigs. So, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Anyway, that's about it for this one. We will be back with the Lego books when the kid finally finishes reading The Oath. Now, he's only got 2 more days to do it because the next book comes out on Wednesday. And if he isn't done by then, we're not buying that book.
But I am on...
But, you sound like an outboard motor. You've got to read the book, otherwise you won't be getting the new one.
I'm on part 3 and there's 2 more parts. I'm so close. I'm so close to finishing part 3. And then there's just the part 4 and the final.
If he finishes The Oath...
Which I will.
If he finishes The Oath, the video of the next 2 books will be up, which are...
The Oath and Secret War, which is amazing.
Secret War and The Oath. So that will be up if he ever finishes The Oath.
It's not interesting.
There you go, spoiler, it's not interesting. We'll find out how interesting it is if he ever finishes it. Anyway, that's all for now. We will catch you next time, maybe, if he reads the book. On on the House Shirt Marvel Legends collection. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice and read your books, kids. It's important. Read your books. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.